what's up, Blackish fam? I hope all is well in your corner of the world. I'm really excited about this one. I got someone in the comment section was, you got to check out Pharoahe Monch, Black Thought. And, I'm not even going to lie, I don't really know Black Thought's full catalog. I've been diving deeper into it because, what do we do on this channel, right? Our complete channel name is Blackish University Modern Day Griots. You might be asking, what exactly is a griot, right? It's someone that would pass information down from one generation to the next. And, Black Thought is awesome at this, right? He's taking a lot of our history and he's packaging it in a way and telling it to us through music, which is exactly what griots would do in yesteryear, right? I'm really excited to get into this. It's called Rapid Eye Movement. Someone in the comment section was like, it's extremely lyrical. If you're looking for something that's very lyrically dense and challenging, this is probably top of the tier. I love the challenge. I know a lot of random trivia. I really love getting into, if you look, there's a playlist below called Clipping, which is actually a group. Someone recommended in the comment section, there was a song called Blood of the Fang. Extremely dense, very lyrical, but it was actually really interesting. It's about members of the Black Panther Party that rise from the dead like vampires and go killing, right? It's sick. I love stuff like this, and just anything Black Thought is on. Again, you can't say Black Thought's name without saying the man never spit a whack verse, right? Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And again, this is Pharoahe Monch featuring Black Thought, Rapid Eye Movement. Ooh, love that beat. That's old school, right? Make me want to flow.
It's not Latin or white or black music. It's that cooked up crack music. Black thought, Pharoahe, rap, don't wear. It's that music.
What did he say? He said it's not Latin, white, or black music. It's that cooked up coke crack music. This is that real, right? This is that nitty gritty.
Rapid eye, my thing takes like a piranha tank thing. Multiple bites, nigga. Mega, reality, terror, giga. Grand Theft Auto, modern day Mickey and Mallory small. But I'm sick enough to
run that back.
Piranha tank thing, multiple bites. You said, black thought, Pharoahe, rap, don't wear. It's that lucid rapid eye, my thing takes like a piranha tank thing. Multiple.
He said my think tank is like a piranha tank think. Right? What do piranhas do? Piranhas eat flesh, right? They eat, if you put your hand in a piranha tank, they're going to eat it up. So he's saying my think tank, right? Those are thought leaders. Think tanks, they're in big corporations, right? They're helping make moves and helping you plan. He said, my think tank's like a piranha tank think, right? So that play on words, like, we kill, we eat, right? That's sick. And I think if we're getting that type of wordplay, this is going to be awesome. This beat is pure hip-hop, too, right?
Rap music, black thought, Pharoahe, rap, don't wear. It's that lucid rapid eye, my thing takes like a piranha tank thing. Multiple bites, nigga. Mega, reality, terror, giga.
And he's talking about the storage, right? Maybe the storage or how big something is. He said mega, reality, tera, right? Giga. I think terabyte or gigabyte, right? And he said something about Grand Theft Auto there.
Mega, reality, terror, giga. Grand Theft Auto, modern day Mickey and Mallory small.
Bro, for those that are old school, right? I was born in '82. So I was a kid, a teenager in the 90s, right? Early 2000s. He said, modern day Mickey and Mallory, if I'm not mistaken. That's the movie Natural Born Killers, right? There's a whole storyline. I was actually really into this. The movie's fantastic if you've never seen it. Basically, as a child, Mickey was abused by both of his parents, and he witnessed his father commit suicide. I think when he was like 10 or he was a teenager. And then Mickey's shown throughout the movie as being an efficient killer, right? They show him. He has knowledge of firearms. He has knowledge of knife throwing. And it's actually, this is a little bit of trivia here. It's actually based on there's an infamous real-life murderer, right, known as Charles Starkweather. That's actually where his character is based from. But then also, they have Mallory, right? Mallory, as a child, she suffered physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse at the hands of her father. I can't remember her father's name, but he was played by Rodney Dangerfield, right, who's known for the one-liners. And then with Mickey's help, they kill both of their parents. So it's this really crazy movie. There's a lot of twists and turns, but that's the reference. He's saying Grand Theft Auto. He said modern-day Mickey and Mallory. That's exactly what he's referring to. I think that's going over most people's heads if they weren't born in the 80s or 90s.
Multiple vice figure, mega, reality, terror, giga, Grand Theft Auto, modern day Mickey and Mallory smart. But I'm sick enough to walk into an art gallery and miss on a Picasso.
For those of you that don't know what a Picasso is a very well-known, one of the most known artists. His work goes for quite a bit of money. So he's saying, I'm sick enough to walk into an art gallery and piss on a Picasso. That means a lot. It means you don't give a fuck. It's what do you value, right? Because if you remember Black Thought's Funkmaster Flex freestyle, he said, what was on the wall, that depends on what you call art. 300K ain't even in the ballpark. I charge more just for an awkward small talk, right? So it's like, what do you value? Because he said, I value my time. That's worth more to me than this. But some people look at that fine art just like you might look at the lyrics or listen to lyrics from Black Thought, right? It's poetic. It's still art. Run that back.
Enough to walk into an art gallery and piss on a Picasso. Crack statues with my balls on the face, shit on it and go.
Now, statues, that's a play on words, right, with art and statues. But one would argue that statutes are a form of law, right? So cracking statues could be cracking statutes, a form of disobeying the law. I'm not sure. That might be a reach, but...
Enough to walk into an art gallery and piss on a Picasso. Crack statues with my balls on the face, shit on it and go at you. So when the beat intensifies, I become emotionally desensitized. Like once I slap a rapper with Mace, then I spit ass in his face after he pressed his eyes. No, wait, I actually grew 5 times my size, grab Mace by the...
Yo, listen to what he said, right? Let me see if I can get that right. He said, I once slapped a rapper with Mace, but Mace is something you normally would spray, right? Then he said, then I spit acid in his face after he rinsed his eyes. Like, that's deep. A little trivia. I don't know if this could be a reach, but, we were just referencing the movie with Woody Harrelson, right? Natural Born Killers. For those of you that were fans of the movie, Woody Harrelson who was wisely praised by critics for that role. And in fact, that role as Mickey was the main reason that he was chosen for another role. He played someone named Cletus, right? Cletus Cassidy. It's actually a movie you might know called Venom. And then they lined him up for the upcoming, for the sequel to Venom. But it's a rumor that was there is they asked him to be, they wanted him to do it because he had experience playing a serial killer. So just a little random knowledge there, but let's run it back here a few seconds. Oh, but that's what I thought of when he said, I spit acid in the face after he rinsed his eyes. No, wait. It made me think of Venom, right? Spitting acid in his face. It could be a shot to that. Again, tracing back to Woody Harrelson, tracing back to Natural Born Killers, tracing back to Mickey and Mallory.
I become emotionally desensitized. Like once I slapped a rapper with Mace, then I spit acid in his face after he pressed his eyes. No, wait, I actually grew 5 times my size. Grab Mace by the thigh and slapped the rapper with him. That's practicing sacrilegious activism.
He said sacrilegious, right? For those that don't know, just part of the breakdown, it's you're showing a lack of proper respect for something that's sacred. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be an object, but sacrilegious is being disrespectful.
I grabbed Mace by the thigh and slapped the rapper with him.
That could be a place that I grew 5 times my size. I grabbed Mace. Again, playing on Mace when you're talking about the acid and having to rinse your eyes. But those that remember early music in the 90s, P. Diddy's protege, or one of his up-and-coming rappers, was Mace, who really went high on the charts, but then he left the game and he went into religion. And then he tried to come back and people weren't quite feeling him. But the calling out Mace and then talking about something being sacrilegious, I think he said it took Mace by the thigh, slapped the rapper with him, right? Isn't that what he said? I think that's a reference to Mace and the Bad Boy Entertainment. Man, I do not think a lot of people are getting that reference.
So when the beat intensifies, I become emotionally desensitized. Like once I slap the rapper with Mace, then I spit acid in his face after he dressed his eyes. No, wait, I actually grew 5 times my size, grabbed Mace by the thigh and slapped the rapper with him. Now that's practicing sacrilegious activism, but tactics for bad and practical rap with wisdom. Actually, it's pragmatic capitalism for actors who practice the pressure and collapse.
Pragmatic capitalism. I don't think that needs any breakdown. But I'm sure this is unrelated. I actually follow a blog that's called Pragmatic Capitalism, which is funny, but I don't think there's no way that it could be connected.
Practical rap with wisdom. Actually, it's pragmatic capitalism for actors who practice the pressure and collapse when I get them. Monch is medicinal, man-made, medical marijuana with a face plasma rifle like I'm searching for Sarah Connor.
Bro, that's a Terminator reference, right? Do you guys know who Sarah Connor is, right? The character she develops in the movie. She's like this timid damsel in distress, right? In the first film. And then she changes, and then she's a wanted fugitive. She's committing acts of terrorism, right? She turns into this, like, warrior and this hardcore mother, and she's sacrificing everything for her son's future, right? She's losing touch with humanity, and then she's trying to prepare a mentor and protect a protege that will, enable their destiny or whatnot. A lot of people know Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator, right? But listen to what he said there. He said, with the phase plasma rifle, that's also specific to Terminator. Yo, this dude is geeking out with his references, man. It's just sick.
Shorty not conscious, medicinal, man-made, medical marijuana with a face plasma rifle like I'm searching for Sarah Connor. And Shorty's got brains. Shorty not playing. From 40 blocks, I'm a killer with 40-watt range.
Bro, again, he's playing on Terminator Terminology. I'm not a big movie buff, but I have an incredible memory. What he's talking to, if you remember the Terminator, the gun they have, right? It's a Westinghouse, right? That big stupid plasma gun that he actually referenced a few bars up. I believe it's called an M25 or a WM25, right? But in the movie, don't they reference it to a 40-watt phase plasma gun? I believe so. That's the specific weapon that they're using that he also, let's bring it back, but he referenced that before he said Sarah Connor.
With a face plasma rifle like I'm searching for Sarah Connor.
Yeah, right there.
Shorty's got brains. Shorty not playing. From 40 blocks, I'm a killer with
40-watt range.
Within a range with a bullets that operate. Encrypted and switch with specific individual names that shall remain anonymous. Me and the ammunition's in a relationship that's monogamous. It's like a marriage.
Yo, what did he say? He said something about the bullets that he's arranged. He said something about them. They got specific names, right? There's a name on each bullet, like he already knows who he's going to kill. He said something about remaining anonymous, but they said me and the ammunition were in a relationship that's monogamous. A monogamous relationship means you only see one person, right? Incredible play on words there. Run it back. I don't want to miss anything here. Yo, we're only a minute into the song. And, this is deep. There's a lot of bars here. We haven't even gotten to Black Thought.
Names that shall remain anonymous. Me and the ammunition's in a relationship that's monogamous. It's like I'm married to the silencer. Until I file for divorce and release my Excalibur.
Yeah. The wordplay, right? He said it's like I'm married to the silencer. A silencer is like, imagine a potato being screwed on the edge of a weapon that silences it when you speak, right? When you shoot. There's actually an official way. Not everyone puts a potato or puts a pillow or something to absorb the noise, but there's an actual silencer that you can attach that would make it sound like pew, pew, instead of boom, boom, right? Just a way of silencing your weapon. But, just a play on words. He said something at the end, right? He's talking about marriage. He's talking about relationships. But then he talks about the Excalibur, but also playing on the X, like he divorced her, or it's someone he's not fucking with anymore, right?
Until I file for divorce and release my Excalibur. Do all with your arteries.
Yeah, he said, until I file for divorce and release my Excaliburs, but it's his ex, because it's a divorce, right? Ooh. Yes, I don't know who he wrote this song for, but there's very few people, I feel, that would listen to this and be able to interpret it correctly.
Until I file for divorce and release my Excalibur. Do all with your arteries. Place that for my adversaries. Snap back,
he said, do art with your arteries. Hey, right? He's just talking about playing with things inside of your body after he tears you up.
Calibers, do all with your arteries. Place that for my adversaries. Snap back, your capillaries.
The capillaries, right? That's the way that your, if I'm not mistaken, that blood moves through your body. That's through your capillaries. So again, he's just talking about fucking you up and showing your insides.
For my adversaries, snap back, your capillaries. It's not Latin or white or black.
That was a sick verse.
Hopefully twice as magnifying as ever hearing Chewbacca scream through a megaphone with the significance of Dr. King.
He said he said vocally twice as magnifying, right? Almost like twice as magnificent, right? For two people being on that are both so lyrical, you get twice the entertainment. He said it's magnified like hearing Chewbacca scream, right? It's a Star Wars reference. He said hearing Chewbacca scream through a megaphone, but he has the significance of Dr. King, right? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Sick. I'm Black Thought, bro. Never spits a whack verse. Let's get right to it.
Really twice as magnifying as ever hearing Chewbacca scream through a megaphone with the significance of Dr. King. Philanthropic. Because I'm trying to see man united without reference to the soccer team. My philosophy prophecy.
What did he say? I'm trying to see man united without referencing a soccer team. So he's trying to get men united, black, white, regardless of your culture, or what you come from, what you look like, right? What does Dr. King say? Judge me by the content of my character, not the color of my skin. He said, Black Thought's like, I'm trying to see man united, but Man United is also a UK soccer club. That's a great play on words there.
Without reference to the soccer team, my philosophy prophecy, the opposite of Mephistopheles, the inside of the isosceles, sent the earth to warn of.
What did he say? The opposite of Mephistopheles? Isn't that the devil? Right? Mephistopheles, right? A lot of people refer to him as Misto, I believe. I'm not sure, but I believe that's like the devil, or it's a variation of the devil. And then he said something about I incite isosceles. Let me know in the comment section if you know how to break that down. Now, when I hear isosceles, I'm thinking of education. I think of a triangle where two sides of the triangle are the same size, right? Two sides are even length. So maybe I incited isosceles, two sides, maybe good and evil, something like that. I don't know, but let me know if you get the reference.
Be prophecy, the opposite of Mephistopheles, the inside of the isosceles.
He said the opposite of Mephistopheles, right? So I guess he's talking about something angelic, or something, I don't know. He could be playing on good and evil there, but I don't know the reference.
Philosophy prophecy, the opposite of Mephistopheles, the inside of the isosceles, sent the earth to warn of environmental atrocities. Nobody can copy me, stop. It's not possible or probable that it's only philosophical mockery, strange. Change copper to gold, switch property, stay on top of the globe, flip monopolies, aim.
Bro, listen to what he said there, right? He said, I change copper to gold. Switch properties, right? You're switching the properties of these elements, right? And then he said something about staying on top of the globe. Flip monopolies. What do you do in Monopoly? You switch and flip properties, right? Ooh, that's just so sick right there. I hope there's more on that scheme. Let's run it back.
Strange, change copper to gold, switch properties, aim, stay on top of the globe, flip monopolies, aim, take stock in the soul, spit properly,
Take stock in the soul, spin properly. Got extended clip on my hips, it's awfully, I'm diabolical.
Yo, I thought I was already listening to Black. What happened here?
In the soul, spin properly. Got extended clip on my hips, it's awfully, I'm diabolical.
He said that extended clip on my hip sits awkwardly, right? He's talking about that strap.
Extended clip on my hips, it's awfully, I'm diabolical. Follicle triggers that I can't squeeze in the shots.
Oh, follicle triggers. You think of a hair follicle, but thinking of a hair, or what do you call a hairline trigger, right? When you're quick to pull. Yo.
It's awfully, I'm diabolical. Follicle triggers that I can't squeeze in the shots. The ancient Greece, the pop Socrates. I bear arms like.
He's talking about shooting, right? He's talking about cock and squeeze, not cock, no homo. But he's sending shots to ancient Greece. And then he referenced Socrates. Socrates is a classical Greek philosopher.
Ancient Greece, the pop Socrates. I bear arms like button downs without the sleeves.
I bear arms, right? Like button downs without the sleeves. That means your arms are showing, right? But I bear arms like the Second Amendment, the right to carry a weapon. So he's like, yo, I carry a weapon. And it's just such a sick way to say that. I bear arms like button downs without the sleeves.
But I can't squeeze in the shots. The ancient Greece, the pop Socrates. I bear arms like button downs without the sleeves. Manic, depressive, and possessive like apostrophes. My psychiatrist with the doctor.
What did he say there? He said, I bear arms like button downs without the sleeves. And then he said, I'm manic, depressive, and possessive like apostrophes. For those of you that don't know the English grammar reference, an apostrophe shows possession, right? So if I was saying Brandon's car, after Brandon, I would have to do apostrophe S because I'm showing possession, right? I'm going to go to Brandon's house. We're going to go to Tito's car, right? Tito's, the S, it needs an apostrophe to show possession. It's possessive, right? That is just sick, and I don't know if a lot of cats are getting that.
Depressive and possessive like apostrophes. My psychiatrist waved the doctor fees. When I waved the pistol and said, listen quick, watch.
Bro, just a little wordplay, right? He said something about his psychiatrist, right? He said my psychiatrist waives the doctor fees, right? When you waive the fees, you eliminate them. You're basically saying it's free when you waive the fees. But he's also saying I waive the pistol, right? So it's just a play on words with wave. What is it called again? Is it a homonym? I always forget when it's a word that sounds the same but it's spelled different and has a different meaning. I got to double check now. I think so. I think it's a homonym, but let me know in the comment section. It's been a long time since English grammar.
Socrates, I bear arms like button downs without the sleeves. Manic, depressive, and possessive like apostrophes. My psychiatrist waved the doctor fees. When I waved the pistol and said, listen quick, watch me so I can breathe. National Associations for the Advancement of Drugs for Performance Enhancement. And it's up.
He said National Association for the Advancement. You would normally think of National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, right? The NAACP. But what did he say? He said something about drugs.
National Association for the Advancement of Drugs for Performance Enhancement. Wow. And it's tough taking so many chances. But I've been a bad seed from the womb and call me ovary cancer.
Oh, shit. God damn. Did you hear what he said there? He said, I've been a bad seed, right? When somebody is a bad seed, you say they grew up bad, right? He said, I've been a bad seed from the womb. They call me ovary cancer. He's talking about ovarian cancer. Now, ovarian cancer is a growth of cells that forms in the ovaries, right? These little small things, these ovaries, in women, obviously, but the cells multiply quickly, and they can invade and destroy healthy body tissue. You have cancer, right? Ovarian cancer. That's just sick, and that's educational, too. That's nice. Good wordplay.
Ovary cancer, and I got an ugly heart, although I'm totally handsome. But I take the love of your life and hold it for ransom. Now my tactical can, they never stood for any national anthem. I am the
never stood for national anthems, right? He told a little reference to Colin Kaepernick.
And hold it for ransom, now my tactical game. They never stood for any national anthems. Was hood, I am the actual answer, and I'm proving. Black attire rappers, fire rapid eye movement.
A rapid eye movement is sometimes called REM. For those that don't know, it's a rapid eye movement happens when you get to your next level of sleep. Right? If you're in a deep sleep, there's stages of sleep. And depending on what stage you are, that determines the type of dreams that you have, right? And things that it's based on REM, or rapid eye movement.
Black attire rappers, fire rapid eye movement. I'm from a species that is higher, I am not human. Extraterrestrial, alien, a monster killer, a contra chillin'. In a barrel of lobster, ex-slave, sadomasochist. That gave the ass of my ass to kiss.
Listen to what he said. I can't say these big words, right? He said sadomasochist, right? Ex-slave sadomasochist. Basically, it derives from, you're talking about sexual gratification, right? From the infliction of physical pain or humiliation of others. Well, it could be yourself as well, but it's basically pleasing yourself, and you get off by pain or humiliation, is what he's saying.
Not human, extraterrestrial, alien, a monster killer, a contra chillin'. In a barrel of lobster, ex-slave, sadomasochist. That gave the mass of my ass to kiss. A dying breed on the last of this. Black is as miraculous as Jesus of Nazareth. When I vocalize, the crowd rise like Lazarus.
Rise up on the
cold collar, piss on Peter. Your hoes holler, he's on top of the boss. Meet a Mr. Globetrotter, remind deep ex-slave, sadomasochist. That gave the mass of my ass to kiss. A dying breed on the last of this. Black is as miraculous as Jesus of Nazareth. When I vocalize, the crowd rise like Lazarus. It's the Rhodes Scholarship, my cold collar, piss on Peter.
Yo, bitush is what the Polish people would say, but did you hear what he said? He said, it's the Rhodes Scholar, my cold collar, right? The Rhodes Scholar, if I'm not mistaken, he's referring to the Rhodes Scholarship. It's the oldest. I believe it's from 1900, but don't quote me there. The Rhodes Scholarship is the oldest. It's from the beginning of the 1900s. And it's, some would argue that it's the most prestigious international scholarship. It basically allows outstanding young people from around the world to study at the University of Oxford. So when you hear of the Rhodes Scholarship, that's what he's referring to.
The crowd rise like Lazarus. It's the Rhodes Scholar, my cold collar, piss on Peter. Your hoes holler, he's on top of the boss. Meet a Mr. Globetrotter, remind Adidas.
And there's a play on that, meet Mr. Globetrotter. Well, we know his full name is Tariq Trotter, right? So Globetrotter, right?
I was like Lazarus, it's the Rhodes Scholar, my cold collar, piss on Peter. Your hoes holler, he's on top of the boss. Meet a Mr. Globetrotter, remind Adidas. Pure cheetah, hopping out of this exotic European four-seater. Hollering, chiba like I'm Parkside. Killing is the dark side. Feeling I'm God, I'm Godzilla. Sometimes I'm Bob, dealing with blood.
He said, yeah, sometimes I'm God, other times I'm Godzilla. Also playing on that ugly that lives within, right?
Killing is the dark side. Feeling I'm God, I'm Godzilla. Sometimes I'm Bob, dealing with blood on these tracks for real. So God willing, you feel what I'm spilling. That gave the mass of my ass to kiss. A dying breed on the last of this. Black is as miraculous as Jesus of Nazareth. When I vocalize,
talking about the color of Jesus also being black based on where he lived in the world, we would assume Jesus is a brown person, right? Just from an intellectual perspective, you would guess, if you had to take a guess, he would be a brown person.
As the crowd rise like Lazarus, it's the Rhodes Scholar, my cold collar, piss on Peter. Your hoes holler, he's on top of the boss. Meet a Mr. Globetrotter, remind Adidas. Pure cheetah, hopping out of this exotic European four-seater. Hollering, chiba like I'm Parkside. Killing is the dark side. Feeling up.
Did he say Parkside or Far Side?
European four-seater. Hollering, chiba like I'm Parkside.
Yeah.
Killing is the
Chiba, that's a song by the Far Side. Most people know Far Side by She Keeps On Passing Me By. My dear, you do not know me, but I know you very well. And let me tell you that, right? That's the Far Side. They have a song called Chiba.
collar, piss on Peter. Your hoes holler, he's on top of the boss. Meet a Mr. Globetrotter, remind Adidas. Pure cheetah, hopping out of this exotic European four-seater. Hollering, chiba like I'm Parkside. Killing is the dark side. Feeling I'm God, I'm Godzilla. Sometimes I'm Bob, dealing with blood on these tracks. So God.
For those that don't know, Bob Dylan, who's again a singer from yesteryear, He has an album. I believe the entire album is called Blood on These Tracks, or a play on that, but it's something similar. But he referenced Bob Dylan. He's referencing the name of his album.
Hopping out of this exotic European four-seater, hollering Chiba like I'm Parkside, killing is the dark side, feeling I'm Godzilla. Sometimes I'm Bob Dylan, but blood on these tracks for real. So God willing, you feel what I'm spilling. Yeah, I never quit, I'm still syndicated up. Me and Pharoahe Monch spinning for the benefit of us. This is straight razor behavior. I never
Straight razor.
Get the picture, my militia came ignorant.
For those that don't know, a straight razor, that's like a barber razor, right? It's like for a lining when you want to be clean as fuck. Fresh to death, right, baby? Like
Razor behavior, I never get enough. Get the picture, my militia came ignorant as fuck.
Yeah, it's suicide murder, straight from the underground through the fiber optics. Pharaoh,
Black Thought.
complete the cycle. The movement out.
that's straight hip hop,
It's not
brother.
Latin or white or black music. It's that cooked crack music. Black thought, barrel, rap, no way. It's that lucid rap and eye movement.
Yo, for those that don't know, that's straight hip hop right there. Just bringing it bar after bar. Yo, that was actually fun for me. That was like a trivia night. Let me know if there's anything I missed or bars that I might have gotten incorrectly. Yo, if you're a fan of intellectual breakdowns and artists that actually have something to say, man, we just started this channel at the start of the year, and we're already at 400 subscribers. And yo, we're growing it. So we're on the push to 1,000. Man, tell your homies, tell your boys that love music. We do this for real, right? I listen to the music. You know, we break it down. We relate it to real life scenarios. We understand the context that these artists might have wanted us to hear their music in, right? So, yo, you might not want to click on the video if you're just trying to vibe out to the song, because we don't do that. I break it down. I stop. I pause it every so many bars so we understand what he's actually saying. Yo, if you're a fan of that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and show us some love as well.